Hi, John Farrell with the Farrell Law Firm. Today we're going to be talking about the 2024 federal estate tax exemption. But first, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and make sure that you hit the like button because, hey, every like helps. Hi, John Farrell with the Farrell Law Firm. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am the author of Estate Planning for the Modern Family and was recently voted one of the top 3 lawyers here in Cobb County, Georgia, along with the law firm being voted one of the top 3 law firms here in Cobb County, Georgia. Today, we're going to try to project what the exemption will be to the 2024 federal estate tax. First, let's talk a little bit about what is an estate tax. An estate tax is a tax imposed upon your estate when you pass away. For that reason, some people refer to it as the death tax. Depending on what your estate is valued at when you pass away, an estate tax may be imposed upon the assets of that estate. There are 2 types of estate tax, one on the state level and another on the federal level. So Georgia got rid of its estate tax a few years ago, so you do not have to worry about an estate tax here in Georgia. But there is a federal estate tax. However, there is an exemption to that tax. If your estate happens to be below a certain threshold, well then the government's not going to worry about taxing your estate. Fortunately, that exemption is very high. For 2023, the federal estate tax exemption is $12.92 million for an individual. If you happen to be married, you can port over the unused exemption, so potentially making an almost $26 million exemption to the federal estate tax. The estate tax is adjusted every year for inflation. Well, inflation typically goes up, it never goes down. So each year the exemption rate has been going up, but it's been going up at different levels. So we're going to try to project what the federal 2024 estate tax exemption is going to be. For the year 2023, it was a 7% increase from the year before, from the year 2022. Well, in 2022, there was a 3% increase in the exemption rate. In 2021, a 1%, and in 2020, a roughly 1.5% increase. Well, every October, the IRS puts out the guidelines for the federal estate tax exemption rate. That's going to be next month, so we're going to try to project what the exemption rate for 2024 is going to be. Now, this is just a simple math exercise. If you take the average increase over the last 4 years, it's roughly about a 3.125% increase over the last year. Using that 3% increase, you are looking at $13.32 million exemption for 2024. We will put out a new video next month to see if we came close to that number. Of course, this number is adjusted every year for inflation, and those numbers don't come out till October, maybe November. So we will put out a new video then to see how close to the actual number we got. But I believe it's definitely going to increase, and I think it's going to increase to roughly about $13.32 million. All right, if you've watched our videos for any amount of time, you know that what we do is we help people plan their estates. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a copy of a book that we created to try to help with that. It's called Estate Planning for the Modern Family. I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can go and get a copy for yourself. It is a great place to start when it comes to planning your estate. I'm also going to put a link in the description below if you want to learn a little bit more about the firm or perhaps schedule a free consultation for yourself. You can hit the link in the description, or you can call 678-809-4922. That's 678-809-4922. And that's all we have to offer for today. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday. And make sure that you hit the like button because, hey, every like helps.